Hi guys, so today we'll be solving this problem called range sum query 2D immutable. Let's read it. Given a 2D matrix handle multiple queries of the following type. Calculate the sum of the elements of matrix inside rectangle defined by its upper left corner and lower right corner. Alright, so we've been given uh, the corners of the rectangle for which we have to find the sums, and we need to identify the sum for that rectangle, and we need to return that. We have been given two functions. One is initializing the num matrix, and other one is to return the sum of the uh, particular rectangle that has been defined by the coordinates. So we can simply solve this problem by iterating through the matrix from the row and column indexes which has been given to us. But unfortunately, that would take a lot of time and it would give us a TLE. So we'll be following another approach of storing prefix sum of each row. And if we store the prefix sum of each row and then we identify what uh, is the is the sum of that row in the rectangle, we can simply do it in you know one way. Rather than traversing throughout the row, we can do it in just once, or by subtracting the number of prefix sums that we have outside the rectangle to the prefix sum that we have inside the rectangle. So this is how we can do it. For example, if in this one we have a prefix sum, say suppose here we have 6 plus 5, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 minus 5 would give us the answer of all the sum of this particular row for which we have to identify uh, the sum. Then we don't need to traverse through the whole row, right? Now we are saving up the time here. And then in the second row, similarly, we can do that, and by traversing just the row rather than traversing the whole columns, and that in that specific row we can find out the sum of the matrix of the rectangle. So let's solve it. So how we can do this is by uh, maintaining an array of prefix sum. So let me call it vector of vector int prefix sum. Okay, now let's initialize this prefix sum to matrix, then run a for loop auto m. Let's make it ampersand so that it doesn't create copies. So m in prefix sum for int I is equal to 1, I is less than m dot size I plus plus. Now we would be doing what we need to do in prefix sum. So prefix sum is basically storing the sum of all the elements before that element. So it would be m of I is equal to m of I plus equal to m of I minus 1. Okay, that will simply give us the prefix sum. Now we need to maintain the sum also. So for that we create a variable sum. Now as I told you, we would be subtracting. So let me just start the row by row 1, since we'll be traversing only to the row, not by the columns. So therefore we have to do the traverse only to the rows. So row is less than equal to row 2, row plus plus. Now we increase the sum of each row, and we take the prefix sum of row and column 2 minus, let me check, if column 1 is not empty, then prefix sum of row and column 1. Otherwise, we return 0. Then simply we return sum here. So prefix sum of column, row and column 2, which is this one, say suppose, and we need to check prefix sum of row and column minus 1. Okay, column 1 minus 1. So whatever is the sum till here minus the sum here till here. So this will give us the sum which is between the both the indexes. All right, that's what we have to do here. So let's run the code to see if everything is working fine. Yeah, that is accepted. So I hope you guys understood the problem. Do solve it. Thank you.